Hello there. What happened to all that Brexageddon we were told would unfold? Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost, and I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily, and a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. Now, how's this for some Brexit good news? 1. The tampon tax is no more. VAT has been removed from those items. The government said, the move honours a government commitment to scrap the tax and is part of a wider strategy to make sanitary products affordable and available for all women. 2. The government says it has banned electro-pulse fishing in UK waters as of 11 p.m. last night. On this, the government said, with effect from 2300 tonight, pulse trawling by EU and English vessels in UK waters will no longer be licensed. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst viewers will have very quickly spotted that this does not cover Scottish, Welsh or Northern Irish fishing vessels. Although I do believe that before the ban, the UK only had 2 English and 1 Scottish beam trawlers operating with electro-pulse equipment, so it might not be a problem. Neither of these actions was possible while we were in the European Union. But we do also need to rid our waters of those super trawler factory ships. And then we grabbed a last-minute deal over Gibraltar to keep their border with Spain open. All 27 EU member states will now allow UK drivers to continue driving in the EU. And the FT reports that car makers will be one of the main beneficiaries of a new post-Brexit arrangement on rules of origin. Companies exporting goods between the UK and the EU will not have to fill in customs forms declaring their goods are locally made for a year after the Brexit deal comes into force, offering industries temporary relief from some of the new red tape they face after Brexit. This will go a long way towards easing the bedding in process. But these items are not readily talked about by the likes of the BBC. No, the Beeb sends cameras to Dover instead and lines up reports from Calais to tell us all about the confused logjam of lorries and people that never transpired. And they were even asking foreign politicians for their opinion on what effect Brexit would have on workers' rights in the UK. And President Macron of France decided to include Brexit in his New Year's address to the nation by calling it a lie. After saying the UK was a neighbour, friend and ally to France, he said, this choice of leaving Europe, this Brexit, was the child of European malaise and lots of lies and false promises. But we haven't left Europe, have we? We left the European Union, and that's a big difference. But one wonders how much of that was aimed at the French and wider EU domestic market rather than at the UK. After all, there are reports of rumblings across the European Union and the wider European Economic Area that many want a more Brexit type of deal for themselves. Now, after all the talk of doom falling upon the Brexit UK, I do own to being a little confused as to why the sky didn't fall in on top of us at 11 p.m. last night. Why has the pound not plunged instantly against the euro and the dollar? Why are there no riots on the streets and people fighting over the last tin of beans in the supermarket? We have even kept Brexit disaster at bay in this environment of perpetual lockdown. How? Why is it that outside the obvious constraints of perpetual lockdown, we are still functioning as a nation, with no expectation that we will grind to an inevitable halt? Could it be that we were lied to by the Remain camp? Could they have actually put their religious, zealot-like worship of the EU before the truth, and their ideological indulgences before democracy? Those persons of influence that inform the British public of the UK's imminent implosion because of Brexit have some serious questions to answer. Namely, why did they mislead the public with such gusto and conviction? Who are the paymasters of these individuals who willfully attempted to deceive the British electorate? And do they have vested interests in the UK being under the authority of the European Union? This morning I looked out of the window and nothing looked any different. The only change is that my vote will now be more significant. For decades our votes have been devalued, as far-reaching decisions were made by politicians and bureaucrats outside our country, politicians and bureaucrats who were not accountable to the people of the UK. Why are the key pro-EU political exponents so dead set against democracy? But worse, there are those that wish to damage the UK and even break it up, who have shamelessly ratcheted up the anti-Brexit rhetoric to a fever pitch. They drove the Brexit project fear, a project that will subside now as reality kicks in. And much of this is founded in nationalism within the UK, from the likes of the SNP, Plaid and Sinn Féin. They need the UK inside the EU to achieve their separatist aims. And then there are the out-and-out EU federalists like Ken Clarke, who just want to see the UK neutered and slotted into an EU box. And now Lord Heseltine has told Andrew Pearce on LBC that the battle starts again. With a chapter closed last night, a new chapter opens. First of all, it is up to us who believe in a closely knit relationship with Europe to use the same determination Brexiteers did to disrupt the European partnership. We want it back, and the only logical answer is to argue for that decision. Well, good luck in convincing the people of the UK that the way forward is to drop sterling in favour of the euro. And don't laugh at their ambitions. They used to laugh at Brexiteers and call them names. Also consider that the #RejoinEU is trending right now. And they should be honest and also include the #JoinTheEuro. These people are dangerous, so we must refute their arguments with a serious conviction at every opportunity. But we do have a portion of the public who have bought into the Europhile narrative. And those rejoiners, as they are now, seem to not value democracy and appear more than happy to dupe the rest of us into relinquishing our democracy. If one no longer believes in democracy, then one no longer believes in the individual having rights. So let us fight tooth and nail to ensure that no other generation grows up under the shadow of the EU flag. Today is not just New Year's Day, it is also Day 1 for the UK. A country that has despised itself for far too long, yet found enough courage to stand up and reaffirm itself as a nation when other European countries have bowed down to exterior authority. What is it about the people of this small patch of land we call the UK that makes us want to be an individual nation filled with individuals? Whether you are for the United Kingdom or against the Union as it stands matters not, because today your vote counts a little more than it did yesterday. So let that sink in for a little while before the battle for the unity of the United Kingdom commences. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below and support me on Patreon or PayPal. So what do you think about all of this? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.